Coach, we appreciate your time. This part of the season, when the season has started, but you haven't started conference play yet, heck, we're not even to Christmas as we're having this talk. How is this part of the season different than once you get into January, February?
Yeah, I mean, I think over time, I've been doing it a while. It's we've got so many new guys on rosters. Like it's an opportunity to still keep building your team and finding out who you've got. I mean, we've got 5 returning guys, which is more than most. I think we have the most returning scoring in the conference. So we've got a lot returning, but still we've got 5 guys that we're counting on that haven't played a game for us. So I think it's just an opportunity to it's almost like an extended 30 practices of training camp, really, if you will, with a couple games thrown in there. So we're using that as an opportunity, and then obviously our league is so strong. You have to build up, and you got to prepare and think in those terms. But I think it's changed a little bit just because we got whole new rosters coming in and guys that are impact guys, which wasn't the case in our league.
As soon as you get a player from the portal, are you sending them everything possible? Like, are you sending them tape? Or do they get here and you slowly bring them in?
Yeah, no, it is interesting because the transfer kid, especially the grad transfer kid, generally they're as soon as they commit to you, they want to know what you're running. They're watching the film. They're just so much more mature. They're not worried about prom in high school or the graduating, finishing up their school. It's just different. So yes, we're getting them in there. Most of our guys got here right away in June, so we're going full board. We're putting 5-on-5. We're practicing. We've got all our stuff in June and July. We had Jameer got here a little bit late, Jameer Nelson, because he's an English major, so not a lot of those guys, but that took a little bit.
With football, sometimes in practice, they'll go full contact a little less. Do you guys go 5-on-5 hard a little less so no one gets injured, or what's kind of the mindset with basketball?
The problem is they want to go live. You don't want to do too much all summer long, but you've got to throw in some 5-on-5. You got to throw in some opportunity, some competitive stuff, because that's what they want to do. So yeah, you'd like to say save, no injuries, build up. But if you got competitors, you got guys, they want to play, and they kind of want to test each other out, especially the new guys. So we keep that as much a part of it, but we don't want to go overboard on it. So there's a balance to it, no question.
Coach, how does the voice hold up throughout the season? I mean, obviously you start coaching and you're yelling constantly at players across the court, like, hey, I see you guys saying, hey, like, over here. How does your voice hold up throughout the whole season?
Well, I'm not a yeller in practice. I don't think that much, so I guess I save some there. You don't want to yell in games either, but they can't hear you. So I guess there's really no other option. I was like, I think when my wife we started dating, she was like, do you really need to? Well, there's some background noise that we're working on with here, and so there's some challenges, but there's really no other way. We did last week. I felt we didn't know we executed some plays. Everybody didn't know what we were in, so we turned it into communication week. We're going to communicate better, and so we've huddled better. We've each guy has to tell somebody. We're pointing and talking, calling out a number, who we have. So you're just constantly trying to improve communication, and so we've got a name for it, and it's helped. It's improved, but that's probably most important thing of coaching is communication. How do you get them to relay information to one another, and then take what you're trying to say and put it into play?
Do you ever just go full freestyle? If it's like, all right, guys, call timeout, just go do whatever. Like,
I don't know about that. I mean, I think play like we practice is what we would say. Play, do what we do. Sometimes you get away from that. We've had a little challenge in the first couple of games of playing a little different once the lights come on and the crowd's at the games, and that's a normal thing, especially when you've been practicing since June and everybody's excited when some people get there and watch. So it's on TV. Throw that in there, but I think that's more where you got to get back to how you practiced is what we're constantly trying to preach.
With you guys going to the tournament the last couple of years, NIT before that, is the goal to win it all? Yeah,
I mean we're at a point where we've got to take another step. I think I'm not hiding from it. Obviously for this place, we've never been in the tournament 2 years in a row and never won games in the tournament before. And so since I played, I guess is what they tell me. But yeah, we got to take a step. And then we have the guys this year, and then I step maybe 2 steps, to be honest with you. I mean, we're experienced. We're old this year. Last year we were kind of young if you looked at it. But we have the guys. I'm not shying away from it. We're good enough if we physically we're old enough. We're experienced. We've got to play well in the non-conference. Last year we struggled because we had guys out, and we got to be healthy. We had 55 missed games last year between guys we thought we were going to have. We got to have that. Kansas had 5, Texas had 6. They won the league. So those are the things we have to do. So our goal is, and since I've got here, probably my goals have been much higher than everybody here ever thought of. But we believe that we have the guys. Now we just got to have them out there every day and executing together.
When you look back at your record as a head coach at Pitt, you went 200 games on a lightning pace. You're already in the Hall of Fame here as you're coaching at Pitt. Was it a no-brainer to come here, or was a little bit of you like, man, if I go back and it doesn't go well?
Yeah, I still have that fear, but I had some friends that I talked to about it, and that was, they always talked about going back to your alma mater and how that will end poorly. So I did have that conversation before. I always kind of wanted to do it, and I also thought, if I can't do it, then who can? I mean, I experienced other places. I've coached at the highest level. I've played here. I have a passion for this place. I owe this place. So I thought I had all the necessary things to battle through it, because obviously there was going to be some challenges, more than I thought when I got here. But we're fighting through it and trying to make it a perennial power.
I was talking to Chuck earlier, and we said, give us one word for Coach. What word do you think he said? He gave us one word for you.
Chuck will have a pretty comedic response, I'm sure. And we try to keep it light. We enjoy practice. We enjoy the conversation. So give it to me. What did he get?
Intense.
Intense?
Always. Always. He said always.
Yeah. Chuck points that out regularly, by the way. But we're trying to get him a little bit more. But, I say that in the last 2 games, last week and last game, he was our best defender, which is, what's keeping him from being, on the floor more. So it was great to see him step up. But, that's good why our standard right now is high with him and the 4 other experienced guys. We have 5 guys that are totally invested in this program that have, once they got here, we started, we've been in a top 25 program. And no one thought that was possible. And this is our best group. There's no question. If we can stay healthy, this is the best 10 guys we'll put out on the floor, and there's no question.
Final 3 questions. It used to be 20 games and you're in. That was the general rule. If you win 20 games, you get the NCAA tournament if you come from Power 5. Mm-hmm. It doesn't feel like it's really that anymore. It feels like it's 22, 23. Like, what do you think the automatic is?
Well, I mean, again, you're asking the guy that's been in the toughest league in the country every year of his career. I was in the Big East, it was the best. ACC, we go over there. Louisville comes with us, Syracuse, it becomes the best. And then as I come here, this thing all of a sudden starts getting better. Then we get better, and then it's become the best. So I don't, our number's lower because we're going to have a top. No matter what we do.
Are you saying you bring the best? Everywhere you go gets the best?
No,
because that's what I just heard, Coach. Everywhere you went.
No. What I'm saying is I wouldn't recommend it to any other coaches that want to do it. Don't do what I've done, because our thing is we're going to play our top 10. We're going to have a top 10 schedule, but no matter who we schedule in the non-conference. Like, literally, it doesn't matter. I mean, like, that's how good our league was last year. We had the 10 of the 11 top schedules in the country. So I don't think that number works. It works. Our conference was so much better by the numbers, and that's what we're going by, because you're asking me about numbers, that, I think he got in with 18, 19, but we couldn't get in because they wouldn't give us the benefit because they had lose a 7-11 record in our conference. And so there's a 70% limit in our league is what I'm getting to. That was a long answer to it. There's 70% is the highest number possible, and that's what we did last year.
Coach, I know how it is because I coach my son's 9-year-old basketball team, and it was so hard to stay in that box. How hard is it for you to stay contained in your area?
The lines are the same, obviously, on the court, but as far as room in between the sideline and the benches, there's different on each court. So literally on our court, and ours is kind of, they added seats and they put some down on the floor. There's literally, if the players are there and you you stand next to the players and their feet, like I'm going to be on the court. There's literally no way possible. As I found, when I got here, I'm like, there's no way. They're telling me to get off the line. I'm like, there's no way I can stand up and not be on the line. So that's one of the challenges. So every court is different. People have no one that ever pointed that out, but there is less room on some places. Now, the back and forth, that's when you got to watch in my mind. So work on it.
Okay.
Final question. If you go on vacation and let's say you're on an island somewhere and there's a little pickup game and you hop in the pickup game and you don't tell them how you used to play, do you ever just blow, they're like, look at, what's up with this dude? As
much as I played and no one loved playing more than me, I mean, I dropped it cold turkey. I mean, I was, and I'll tell you what happened. I had an injury playing overseas, and then I took where I had to stop playing. Then I kind of thought about playing a little bit more, like you're saying. And then I was coaching in Hawaii. I played over in the gym with a bunch of football players, and I got hammered and turned my ankle, and I showed up at crutches practice the next day. And I'm like, if I'm going to coach, I'm going to coach, and that's it. So I don't think I've played ever since then.
But secretly, you put on the uniform at night and turn the lights on by yourself.
When no one's looking.
When no one's looking.
No, there's none of that. I'm not even like. I'm telling you, it surprises me that I went from every day, all day. No one played more than me to done.
Golf?
Not doing it.
Anything?
And don't love golf. Do it when I have to. I do exercise. I mean, I got into COVID. I got into cycling. So I got a bike up in the office. I just take off from here. I try swimming.
You get on the road. You cycle.
Yeah. Well, we have the river and the path here, the Trinity Trail. So
didn't say your name on the back of your shirt, does it? They're trying to run you off the road.
No. I just get on my gear, practice gear. I mean, everybody's wearing purple around here, so it doesn't matter.
Well, Coach, good luck. You guys have
like you guys are.
We are. Yeah, we're frogging.
We always wear this though, Coach.
Yeah, this is. We didn't even know we were coming to TCU today. We just had this on, and we were like, let's just stop by.
It's growing.
Love it. Congratulations on everything you've done, Coach. We're rooting for you this year.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.